Welcome to the channel that makes videos on YouTube just for fun. Today we're going to be talking about how Magic the Gathering changed how I see YouTube. Now, to preface this whole thing, I have never played, nay, even collected Magic the Gathering cards before. When I was growing up, I would play Yu-Gi-Oh! And collect Yu-Gi-Oh! But I never got into Pokemon or Magic the Gathering cards. I simply didn't want to move over to another card game when I felt like I was already invested in the one. But recently I went to grocery shop at BJ's Warehouse and I noticed this thing right here. This thing is the pizza bundle of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Magic the Gathering card set. Now, I had never been particularly interested in Magic the Gathering before, but I have always been a big fan of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I enjoyed the cartoon from the 80s when I was growing up, and I also enjoyed the cartoon from the 2000s. I even enjoyed the trilogy of the live-action movies as an adult. Yes, I saw them for the first time as an adult, I'm not ashamed to admit. And yes, I do even enjoy the third movie. It's a guilty pleasure, but it is a pleasure nonetheless. So, I like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and this pizza box looking set caught my eye because it reminded me very much of my own personal Blu-ray set of the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle movies, which looks like a pizza box and the discs inside look like pizzas. I mean, even if you don't like the movies, you've got to admit that is a pretty cool looking set. Come on now. Come on now. Well, I couldn't help myself. Despite the fact that I had no intention of getting into Magic the Gathering, I decided, on a whim, I checked it out with the rest of my groceries. But the more time I spent with it on my shelf, the more I started thinking about, I wonder what other kind of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles products Magic the Gathering has. And that turned into a bit of a rabbit hole, I'm not gonna lie. It wasn't very long before I find myself buying another bundle, not the pizza one, but a bundle that when you open it up, actually has a card holder that is designed to look like the bus from the movies. You know, the one that they have in their base underground, which, I mean, again, it's just cool. It's a design that speaks to my heart. I love it. And so having these bundles on my shelf, I couldn't help it. I started looking at the cards inside of the sets, and finally I caved in and I bought a binder and I opened up the cards, and now I'm planning to play with a friend who used to play Magic the Gathering, and I've been spiraling out since then. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. It could turn into a problem. It could become a problem because well, not only do I like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, despite never having played the video games except for the first one, of all things, believe it or not, I actually really like the designs of Final Fantasy, and there are also Final Fantasy Magic the Gathering cards. So, you know, since I knew I was gonna end up playing this card game with my friend anyway, I decided to go check out my local card store, which is Next Level Games. Shout out to you guys. And they just so happen to have a play booster box of Final Fantasy, so I ended up getting that and opening it, and I bought a binder and I organized them. And quick side tangent, the numbering system on Magic the Gathering was a little confusing. They have numbers of what number they are in the set at the bottom left hand corner of the card, and I was using that to organize my binder, but then I ended up having multiple duplicates, and as it turns out, tokens are their own set within a set, you know, so they'll be like 1 through 10 or however many tokens there are, which will overlap with the actual 1 through 10 in the set. And then on top of that, I guess there's the alternate cards, which are like their own set within that. It's very weird. There's like the set, you know, there's the set, and then there's the, I don't know, maybe you would call them subsets within the sets. I'm still figuring it out. Point is, I am really starting to get into Magic Gathering, the card game, and so of course, for that reason, as soon as I looked up one video on YouTube about Magic the Gathering, YouTube began to recommend to me all kinds of videos on Magic the Gathering. The floodgates were opened. And that is actually what this video is about. It's been a long time since I've gotten into a new niche on YouTube. It's been a long time since I got into something new in my life that I was then able to turn around and start consuming content for on the platform of YouTube. It really kind of changed how I saw being a creator on YouTube. You know, I'm putting this video up on the Just for Fun channel, which is a completely secondary channel for me. This is a brand new thing for me. My primary channel at the moment is called Nothing Sacred, which is a personality-based video game review channel. Kind of meant to be like the Normal Shoes and Hidden Block of old. But the point I'm making is, you know, as somebody that's been working on that channel for 3 years and has kind of gotten stuck at the 1,800 subscriber mark for quite a while, you know, there have been times where, admittedly, I've gotten pretty frustrated. You know, I feel like I put a lot of work into it, and then I feel like I don't get a lot of return on the work that I put in. And, you know, I think it's easy when you go into a creative endeavor to think that if you just get good at the thing that you do, that will automatically breed results. But as I started going into this new niche, what I noticed is that all of the Magic the Gathering channels that had videos being recommended to me by YouTube's algorithm were all by the biggest of the big. If you watch Magic the Gathering, then you probably know the guys I'm talking about. You know, the guys that have hundreds of thousands, if not millions of subscribers. Those are the videos that pop up on my feed, which to a certain extent makes a lot of sense. You know, if somebody's getting into something new and YouTube's going to recommend that subject matter to you, it's probably going to recommend the stuff that's already been the most successful because that's the most likely to be entertaining to you. And that makes a lot of sense from a consumer standpoint. But what does that mean for creators? What does that mean for YouTubers? Or, you know, people that are trying to be YouTubers but can't technically call themselves YouTubers yet because they're not monetized. And it really opened my eyes because I've come to realize if you are a small or brand new channel on the block, of course it's going to be difficult for your channel to take off. Unless you're in an incredibly small, unique, niche market that hardly anybody has tapped into yet, you're going to have a hard time, no matter how good you get, at getting your videos out to a wider audience. And I think the reason for that is because, quite frankly, regardless of how good you are, the odds are stacked against you. Because think about it. The majority of people who are already watching a certain type of content already watch the same people over and over again. They already have the channels that they've dedicated their time to. You know, like me, as a guy that's watching Magic the Gathering videos right now, there's like 3 Magic the Gathering YouTubers. When their videos pop up, I watch them. And then when other people pop up, I don't really watch them because I've already got these other 3 guys that have so much content for me to watch, and I've already come to realize that I'm highly entertained by them, so I don't really have the need to jump ship to anybody else, to anybody that's smaller. And so if you're a smaller content creator, how are you even supposed to get your content out to other people? If somebody's already been watching the niche that you're in for quite a while, chances are they're already watching one of the bigger people. They're not looking for somebody new like you. They're probably not going to give your channel a chance simply because they have no need to do so. Conversely, if somebody is brand new and they're looking for new people to watch, when they're probably just going to give a generalized search on YouTube, you know, like, so if it's Magic the Gathering, they're probably just going to type in Magic the Gathering. Or, you know, if they want to learn how to play, they're going to type in how to play Magic the Gathering, or Magic the Gathering, brand new decks, or what's the best set, or what have you. And what is that person who is new to that niche going to get from those search results? Well, they're going to be recommended the people that are already really large. They're not going to be recommended the smaller channels that need new people to feed into their channel. So when you break it down, if somebody's already been watching a niche for a certain amount of time, they are probably already loyal to specific channels, and they're probably not going to be migrating over to other channels. And if somebody is new and they're just looking to find out who they're going to watch for the first time, it's probably going to be one of the already established larger creators, because that's what YouTube is going to recommend to them. And so it really doesn't give a lot of chance to the smaller creators. Smaller creators get such a very small chance of growing their channels when you think about it. For me, seeing it that way has honestly kind of made it less frustrating of a process, because it's made me realize that when you're small or when you're brand new, anything you accomplish at all is honestly a very large accomplishment. If you're a small content creator and you've got 1,000 subscribers, heck, if you've got 500 subscribers, I say kudos to you. You have done something worthwhile. You have done something difficult, because a lot of people don't even make it to that point. And no wonder. It's no wonder. It's just the way it is on the platform. Well, anyway, that's just what I was thinking about. You know, I realized this was a pretty simple video, and for those of you who are checking this video out, because on my Nothing Sacred channel I had that whole greater creativity video, don't worry. The bigger, more complex videos are on the way. They're going to get made. I'm just warming up with creating an old school school, you know, talking to the camera kind of video for this channel, just to get myself used to the idea of making videos for a different channel from my main one. The creative skits, oh, they are on the way. If you enjoy this video and you'll want to see more videos like these, please feel free to like and subscribe, because that's how the algorithm knows to send you a notification when I create something new. And brother, you better believe there's a lot more content coming where this came from.